What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video, and today I will be walking you through the Die Machine Easter egg. That's right, the main quest of this map. I was never really a fan of this like that, but it was more like I played it only because it was the only map out at the time. But without a worse way to introduce an Easter egg guide to a map, if you're not subscribed to the channel, then please go on ahead and do so because I will be uploading every single day. Now let's get on with the video. So the first step to doing this is turning on the power and building Pack-a-Punch, of course. If you don't know how to do that, I have a link for doing them in the description, but let me sum it up for you since you're already here. Just open a few doors till you arrive at the particle accelerator, and then open this door right here and just hold your reload button right over here where it prompts you to. It's honestly super straightforward. For Pack-a-Punch, once you turn on the power, you'll see two pings that you need to head over to and press your reload button on to summon the portal you need to enter to get Pack-a-Punch. And once you do, head over to the portal that will spawn right here and hold your reload button once more, and then you should have entered the portal, and that's when you'll see one more ping. That's one of the two spots it can be in, but for the game you're in, it will tell you exactly where you have to go, so don't worry about the other spot while playing your game. Now once you head over to the ping, you'll see a portal that leads to the underground, and you'll see a blue ether glowing Pack-a-Punch piece that you need to pick up and head back to where you enter the portal. You should see an incomplete looking Pack-a-Punch machine, and you just need to walk up to it and hold your reload button to reforge the pieces together, and you should automatically head back to the real world. Now we can get on with the main quest steps. So a lot of tutorials you may have watched, if you already seen a different one, would probably tell you to do a different order or whatever, but this is the way I would recommend doing it. First off, you need to focus on getting your hands on the Die Shockwave, which is the map's wonder weapon. You will be needing it for a lot of this Easter egg, along with unlocking the variants for it. You can get the Die Shockwave from the legendary rewards from trials or the box, which is very unlikely, or you can wait till around 7 or 8 and wait for this Megaton to spawn, and when you drop him and his halves, you will see that they dropped a key card. It will be glowing yellow, so it will be very hard to miss, and you just want to pick that up, and this is your ticket to getting the free Die Shockwave. So what you want to do is you want to go to the weapons lab, which is right on top of the Death Shot to query, and just insert your key card into this machine right here, and then this drawer should open up, and you're going to pick up what is called the Die Remote Control. This is what you'll need to get the free Die Shockwave. Basically what you want to do is you want to go to the spawn and into the OG Notch room, aka where it all started. You'll notice that there's a hole in the wall with a zombie in it, and fun fact, he's holding the Die Shockwave. This remote control you're going to have is going to allow you to hold your reload button in front of this hole, and it's going to activate the ammo sucking function of the weapon. But before doing so, make sure you have a train of zombies ready. If you aren't familiar, then what you have to do is activate the remote and then walk in front of this wall with zombies tailing you, and they should get sucked in by the weapon. And not all of them will get captured in the first run, they will make it through, so don't let your guard down, just walk right back and they should get sucked in. And once the shockwave has enough zombies, it's going to automatically stop you, and you'll know when you're good to go if you come back to this window and it prompts you to press your reload button to discharge it. On the off chance that you didn't get enough kills, then don't worry, it's not the end of the world. It will stay cooling down. You just have to wait a little bit and redo it, and you should be able to get enough kills. Once you discharge it, the door will burst open, then you'll be able to pick up the Die Shockwave. Congrats. Now that you have the wonder weapon, you will need to acquire the ether scope, and you need to search for 3 parts that can only be found in the ether world. There are 3 specific portal spawns that will spawn for you in your game. Only one of the 3 will show, but it's more than enough time to get all 3 parts in one run. Usually I would say to start with the upgrades, but to save more time for yourself, you can do this first. On the options that the portal hasn't spawned anywhere for you yet, you can just fast forward a little bit into the video and work on the upgrades for the shockwave. If it has, then just follow right along. The first portal location can be on top of Notch, where the perk machine is right over here. The second one can be beside Quick Revive in the pond area right over here. The third one can be in the particle accelerator room in the little power room right here. The system is a tad bit weird if it's your first time looking for the ethoscope part. So basically in your game, the first ethoscope part is determined by where the portal spawned for you, meaning that one part will spawn at a time. So if you're playing co-op mode, you can just have 3 people waiting at all locations to see where it spawns first and have that person pick that piece up, and then the other 2 will follow along with whoever appears for first, and so on. So that's also a thing. So basically if the portal is at Notch, then the first piece will appear right here in spawn beside these stairs. If the portal spawned in the Quick Revive location, then the first piece is going to be on this plane wing right here. If the portal spawned in the power room, then the first piece should be right over here beside this portal. That determines which piece you'll find first. So as you can see in my game, my portal was here, and this is where my first part was, and then the other 2 can be in either or. So the second part was here for me, and then of course the last piece can only be found in one place. Just a friendly reminder that when you pick up one part, a lot of dogs will spawn. They're only dogs, so hopefully they won't be too much trouble, and it's going to happen for each and every part, so stay on your guard. And once you pick up all 3 parts, you should spawn back to the real world. And what you want to do is take the 3 parts to this crafting table at the bottom of the particle accelerator room, and once you do that, you just want to pick up your ethoscope, and it will now open up all the portals you need to do the Easter egg and upgrades. The next step is to head into the speed cola room, and you'll see that there is a portal at the top of the staircase which you need to enter into. And once you do that, just head over in here, and you should see this diary on this table. Hold your reload button to pick it up, and then you will need to deliver this diary to 3 different ghosts that will be in the anomaly only. The first one's going to be right under you in the speed cola room in this corner right here. So you'll see it prompt you to hold your reload button to activate the anomaly, and once you do, just hold your reload button once more to give the diary to the ghost. You do not need to sit and wait for him to read it. You can now go on to the next one, and that ghost is going to be in the trials area right over here. So do the same thing, hold your reload button to activate the anomaly, and then once more to give it the diary. The third and final part is going to be at the power room at the very bottom, and it's going to be in front of this crafting table right here. And do the same thing and activate the anomaly and hit your your reload button once more to give them the diary. Once you do that, you will be in the dark ether for a little bit longer until they're all done reading the diary, and then you should automatically be taken back to the real world, and then you will need to head back into the speed cola room. You need to go up to this computer and hit your reload button once more to enter the password. You will hear a bunch of quotes, but disregard that because now you're ready for the next step of this Easter egg. Now I will have a link down below on how to upgrade your die shockwave to each of the variants. It's very simple and should not take you too long, so hit the links in the description to see how to upgrade the die shockwave. Now what you want to do with each variant of the die shockwave is in the speed cola room, you'll notice how there's this big tube in the middle of the room hanging from the ceiling. There are 4 small tubes on each corner. If you look closely on each one, you'll see that they have their own significant color, and that's the color of the variant you need to shoot each one of those tubes with. It's not too complicated, just take each one and shoot their corresponding tube, and if done correctly, the tube should just point upwards. Once you do that, you will get another bunch of character quotes, and then you will need to head back into the dark ether once more. The portal you're looking for is going to be right over here, and it will literally be blocking your way from the power room to the speed cola room. Well, not literally blocking, but it will be super hard to miss. Once you enter the portal, you will need to head over here and hit your reload button to activate the anomaly, and then you'll be watching the story of 2 soldiers who stole this item and hid it, and now it's your job to find the item that they hid. Once this cutscene is over, make sure to pick up the ether wrench that will be on the ground. You may miss it, so make sure to do that so you don't waste the trip. And now what you want to do is go back to the spawn area with that ether wrench and go up to this tank where it prompts you to hit the tank with the wrench, and it will tell you to do this about 3 times, and once you do, a zombie should pop up from the top and you just have to kill that zombie. And then get a Semtex grenade. Yes, it has to be a Semtex grenade, and then aim it at the lid that the zombie popped out of and stick it onto there, and if done correctly, the tank should shoot a tree that will be right outside of the stamina up exit to the planewing area. And if you're playing solo, this may be a little tough for you, but make sure to play it smart because now you have to take this item that they hid and return it to its original place, which was the little glass cubby that those 2 soldiers were in front of. You cannot shoot while you carry this item. Be very aware and try your best to take the shortest route. Once you do that, it will point out that it needs this test subject, and that test subject that you will need to deliver will be the Megaton, but what you need to do is lead him into the speed cola room and then split him right under this tube. Then once both of his halves spawn, they should automatically be sucked into the tube itself, and then that's when you have to enter this room with the computer, and it will prompt you to start the purification process that basically turns him back to human. If you're playing co-op, all the players need to be in this room to do it, so if one of the players are not in this room, then it will not let you move on to the next step. Anyways, once you do that, he will start talking for a bit and then he'll run away. Now this is the last and final step before you get onto the boss fight, so try to be as prepared as possible, or if you need to pack a punch and save up some essence, then do that before heading into this step. But if you're ready to go, then let's get to it. Now you need to enter the dark ether again. You have to come to the spawn area and then head into this room once you're in the dark ether, and then you need to activate one last anomaly, and then it will be this ghost holding onto this photo, and once he's done talking, then you'll be returned to the real world. And you know what, never mind, this is actually the last step, the point of no return, so make sure you have everything you need. And side note, if you're thinking about what score streaks to use, do not get a chopper gunner or cruise missile because you will be in the power room the whole time in the whole boss fight, so it will be useless to buy one of the 2. Get a death machine or something like that. This isn't really a boss fight, but it's more like defending the good Megaton or Orlov, I should say, for the whole time. And once you defend him for the whole time, then the ether accelerator room or facility will start to perish, and you'll have one last mission before completing this Easter egg, and that's just escaping and exfilling. It's not going to be as easy as you think. There are going to be these blue beams that will be everywhere, and you will instantly go down if you touch them, so be very aware and travel cautiously because zombies will be after you as well. Once you get to the helicopter, which will be in the quick revive pond area, then you're good to go and get out of there. And that's it. You now have completed the die machine Easter egg. Give yourself a pat on the back because it is somewhat of an annoying one, but not the worst. Anything is better than doing the outbreak Easter egg and having to listen to Ravenov's cutscene. But jokes aside, I hope this video helped you out, and if it did, please support the channel by hitting that subscribe button and leaving a like. Comment down below what you want to see next and I will do my best to get to it. And last but not least, until the next time, I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.